I've been back.
Yeah. What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where, as always, it's shit's real. We talk about it. Yo, I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpio, New England representative. And as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what up, God? You know what it is. Jesus Shutterworth, the God Go Artist, aka LB, Lauderdale Boss. We in here, man. Ring Gang Radio live Monday night. Gonna get into it, some nice ass boxing talk with the fellas. You know what it is, man. Make sure y'all y'all stay tuned in. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Ringing in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, yo, what's good? You know who this is. Your boy King P, Bodega Box in the building. Ring Gang Radio all day. Let's go.
Anyone that needs to be banned from the bodega?
These fucking TKO cocksucker supporters. Like, bro, these dudes be pissing me the fuck off. Get out of here with this bullshit.
Look at something like he the Sopranos family or some shit. Like he was like highly annoyed. Like,
no, yeah, I'm more than highly annoyed. This shit is fucking annoying. These motherfuckers glazing a company that can't properly produce stars. Well, the brand, fuck your brand. We don't give a fuck about your brand. Give us stars, bitch.
Yeah, TKO.
I'm tired of motherfuckers defending bad business practices. I don't care how serious you think their business is. They're seriously trash.
Wait,
it's
Pete,
a bad product.
Question, real quick. Are you a fan of the Karrion Kross movement right now or no? Are you a fan of that?
It's all right.
Okay.
I'm not the biggest Cross fan. I don't really care. I'll be honest. So, but no, don't interrupt me for that bullshit.
Wow.
I'm fucking with you, Pilot. But no, I don't really care about that. But I care more about that than these fucking TKO supporters, bro. Stop defending a bad product.
Yeah, I mean, TKO so far is only really affecting wrestling and wrestling so far by far. Like, you know, and boxing is just we're waiting to see what they're actually going to do or not going to do.
If you're friends with wrestling fans, you're already hearing about it, huh? Right?
Yeah.
King P, like
yeah, I know. Like I'm like between wrestling fans and UFC fans, and honestly, they intertwine because they're like. But a lot of them are both. Like I just like
it's like a Venn diagram or some shit,
bro. Like I'm tired of these. Some of these motherfuckers didn't get any swirlies in high school, and they really need the way they be acting. But yeah, that's all. We'll talk more about that shit.
Yeah, I know, because especially now with today's news, they're definitely gonna be on one. But yo, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey, what's Fly's Conscious Pod, the West Coast Avenger, preparing for liftoff. Happy birthday, hip hop. Let's go.
Hip hop. Yes, it is hip hop's birthday today. Yes. You know, although the origin of hip hop is heavily debatable, especially if you get into the whole where it originated from. But you know, just
that shit ain't heavily debatable, niggas. Facts, niggas. Some black niggas in the Bronx, nigga. Some black American niggas in the Bronx.
Like I said, you know, depending on who you talk to,
ain't no goddamn.
I mean,
Jamaicans, no fucking African, no fucking Jamaicans, none of that shit.
I mean, depending on who you talk to, you know, some Pancho Villa from the west side of Yankee Stadium, you know, who was half Puerto Rican, you know, he helped develop it.
I mean, that's.
Oh, hold on, this pasty white bastard who looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy monster from Ghostbusters 2, nigga. Him, that motherfucker, what they call him, Cap Joe? The nigga who is so trash, it's like they ended the BET Awards after him.
Yeah, no, that was some bullshit. I was gonna save that for like a rant episode because that shit was like, you know,
nigga, with the amount of boxing we have right now, tonight should be a fucking rant episode. It probably gonna end up being one anyway, because after you talk about, because the half the shit we gotta talk about boxing is one long rant, and then you got like a little bit of fight to talk about.
You know, like I said,
so yeah, man, do what you gotta do, dog.
But yeah, and Anthony Montano, I see you. He said Benoit had to resub to the channel, and for some reason YouTube just kicked me off and unsubscribed me. And I'm gonna say so no one wants to hear us, but I believe Sugar Hill Gang was one of the originators of old school hip hop. Yeah,
They
their
stole-
story's very
stole some
debatable
lyrics.
on that one.
Yeah.
Especially
They-
since one of them is one of the first posers. Like
Yeah,
he used like the first ghostwriter.
they stole lyrics. I'm not gonna lie, but that's the
Yeah.
Yeah, Schuylkill Hill Gang is like they're not even that respected like that. Like so.
Oh, what up, Lukey? Oh, and Anthony, salute, man. Not long time no see. Glad you back, bro. Salute, Lukey. What up? Can you talk about MC Hammer's Jay-Z diss?
Yeah, I know.
That's so random.
Yeah, I know. I didn't listen. I've never even heard of MC Hammer.
Where he called him the devil and Pop Lock and dropped it with what?
Yeah.
Only somebody from the Bay would remember that. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's some Bay Area shit. Like, damn.
And then Misfit,
Shuttleworth,
Shuttleworth, Patton King, and then High Pilot.
Like that, damn. Like, yo, I mean, Pilot's the dude, man. You gotta treat Pilot a little more respect than that. You know, like, damn, High Pilot. Like,
oh shit, though.
That sounded like how, like, if you have a chick and like she know all your friends, but she know one of them ain't shit. So, oh, you going out with them? Like, oh, hi, da 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 da. Oh, hey, yeah. Trayvonte, you ain't shit. You always starting shit. Like, yeah, that's how that felt. Do you guys agree with the most hip hop fans that the Eminem destroyed careers of Ja Rule and Benz? They swung back too hard for him to just destroy them. Like, he won, but like they damn sure got their licks off, bro. Like, cause the whole Haley, the line Ja Rule dropped on Eminem's daughter was like, that was like a haymaker. Like, you losing a fight and he just landed a big haymaker and he sent the dude flying. That was one of those. And Benzino, you gotta mention Benzino, because the last time I checked, Benzino roasted him and Eminem never responded to that last shit. And that was something that he should have responded to.
Yeah, but I don't even think Benzino even wrote that shit.
It don't matter. Respond to the goddamn ghostwriter, nigga. I don't care. Like,
yeah, I actually hate that Benzino still has a little weight up here in Boston, but ugh, yeah. Like,
and the shit he was talking about 50 Cent the other day with like, oh man, like the nigga a clown, but he's like, he's Boston's clown. Like,
pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
That's where I disagree with you, Shuttleworth. I think that crossed the line for him and Benzino to bring up a teenage girl. Like, man, get the fuck out of here! Stop! Like, like stop! Like, come on! All the shit Eminem done said, like, there's no crossing the line in a battle with fucking Eminem. Like in a battle period, everything's on the table. Like,
yeah, the only thing Eminem can't do is he can't say the N-word because that would,
yeah.
Then
it's like, let me beat the shit out of you, nigga. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, like, nah, like, it's like, dude, have you heard these battles raps recently? Like, they be saying some of the most flagrant, off the wall shit. Like,
I'm sure some people would give him a pass even if Eminem did say it. That's
yeah, because Eminem would say it in some clever way where you're like, God like, you just end up doing some shit like that. Who was 13 years old? How was that not cross the line where they said she was gonna be a crackhead like her mother? You explaining it, making it funnier, bro. You making the diss even harder, bro. Like, cause you up here going so hard for it, dog. Like, that's why the diss works, bro. Cause years later, even though we know Eminem won, you still up here like, God damn, like, not his daughter, no. Man, that's the beauty of hip hop. What fight you watching this week? Whatever stream gang allow, because I don't agree with all these goddamn pay-per-views now.
Yeah,
y'all make anything a pay-per-view.
Yeah, and even for me, I have the zone. I've had it consistently, but this is one of those cards that should not be a pay-per-view at all. Like, it shouldn't be.
Shouldn't even be a UK pay-per-view. This shouldn't be like a damn alleyway pay-per-view. Like, no, this is no pay-per-view at all. Like, how is this a pay-per-view?
Yeah, this should just be. If this they should be part of the sub. Like
they're pushing Atama, who does have a lot of talent and skill, but they're trying to skyrocket him type of shit. So that's I'm not justifying it. It's trash.
Now, supposedly this will probably be the final pay-per-view for at least on the Riyadh side before we get to the other one in November.
But these niggas making it up as they go along. There'll be another pay-per-view 2 months from now.
Yeah, it'll probably be a PBC one. That'll be the next one.
This nigga be hating on some fucking PBC. Good.
Are you gonna be buying that PBC pay-per-view?
Nigga, dude.
Oh, okay then.
STREAM.
It's the truth. But anyway,
it don't matter. I do too much for boxing already. Boxing need to pay me, nigga. The fuck.
But yeah, no. Moses Saitama and Dillian White. Now I get they're trying to make Atama the next big heavyweight star.
No, they're not burying him on a fucking DAZN pay-per-view card.
I mean, have him break Mike Tyson's record. I mean, he's 20 now. I mean, I don't know how much time he's gonna have left to do that. Mike Tyson's still the youngest heuvyweight champion.
No, it already passed.
Yeah, okay, so that's how I thought.
Yeah, no one's breaking that record unless they deliberately do some bullshit where they just like, okay, he somehow beat it. Like some bull. It ain't gonna be the same. Like they gonna certain records just leave that shit alone.
And plus, I don't think today's boxers are not built like that. I mean, Mike was built. Well, Mike's upbringing in boxing was different. I don't think boxers can do that.
Nobody could manufacture terrorism like Mike can. Like, there's nobody gonna. It's almost impossible. Like, it's not as bad as the NBA, but like, no one's hungry like that in boxing. Where you're gonna see another Tyson, some Joe Frazier energy, some Pacquiao, Pryor, Valero. You're not seeing that type of energy anytime soon.
Yeah, imagine having a 19-year-old who failed to get to the Olympic team. Is actually knocking grown men the fuck out like that. That's not going to happen. Like that. Never mind knocking out a seasoned champion like Berbick, seasoned fighter like Berbick. I was going to say seasoned champion. That's not going to happen. But Atama though, if I think too, if Atama I mean, I get you. He can punch. He's a southpaw. He's fluid with his punches. I don't know. He's not. I don't say he's not passing my eye test yet, but I still got question marks on him. Like I don't know. Like I mean, he hits. I mean, he's only gone more than 2 rounds. Like because he's knocking everyone out pretty much. Like Yeah.
And Dillian White actually looks in shape. Like he don't look as big.
But Pat, you've watched enough Atama to kind of somewhat believe. Like I'm not fully drinking the full Kool-Aid too, but. The eye test, I've seen most of it. I mean, what he's doing, but then again, he hasn't been tested, so it's hard to really say.
Yeah, and frankly, I mean, with Dillian White now, Dillian White's career because he can't stop taking PEDs. Like, bro has issue with that, and I'm hoping this time because he lost a lot of weight. He looks like he lost some weight. I'm just hoping it's not a case that he's taking PEDs again.
Yeah, because like this Dillian White looked like he in shape, like.
Yeah, he looked like he's about to, and like I said, Dillian
White taking his career serious.
I mean, for all his faults, though, Dillian White can punch. He has a left hook. He has an uppercut. He gets hit by uppercuts, and that's his Achilles heel.
But he's clearly past it at this point. So
like a motherfucker. You need fucking damn the gift decisions to beat fucking what's that nigga Franklin who he lost.
Jermaine Franklin. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, like fuck out of here. But hold on, wait. Before we continue, I just want to He said, Luke, Pro Box TV has a great card on Friday. 360 Promotions has a solid card. Who's fighting on Friday that, like, he said it's a great card? Like, any y'all remember the Pro Box main event or anything?
Yeah, it's
William Foster. William Foster, the guy that took
De Los Santos 0.
Yeah, he took De Los Santos 0 that one.
That's still an upset because
and also there's a there's WBC Grand Prix Phase 3 as well on Wednesday. So
William Foster's actually from Connecticut. That's a Connecticut because he's a Connecticut cat. How he took De Los Santos 0 is still beyond me, but he did it.
So Castillo versus Shinar. Okay. Shout out to Luke. Appreciate it. Yeah. So
that's on Friday. So.
Yeah, y'all gotta support, and not just Ring Gang. I'm speaking in general to boxing fans. Like, y'all gotta support the Pro Box cards because They hold it down. They're like that. They're like the peanut butter and jelly sandwich you get if you don't have like you forgot your lunch money and shit at school.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're better than the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'm saying, but it's that thing that's always gonna be there. Is what I'm trying to say.
They were better on the weekdays, but whatever.
I mean, they're trying to make moves now because they're trying to.
No, I get it. Just
and see, the thing. Remember, more people take you serious on the Friday and Saturday night fights than Wednesday.
Yeah, I mean, even when we had HBN, we had Friday night fights. I mean, it was inevitable because they're going to grow. So it's just like, they're gonna
looking at it. It's like Gary Antonio Russell's on there. The redheaded child of the Russells is on there too.
Cautious fist.
Like I said, with Top Rank not having that platform, we'll probably see more Top Rank fighters on there too. So like, definitely gotta stay tuned for that.
Are those free fights? Those are free fights on Pro Box. Like if you have the app or you just
or they have the YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
And the quality is usually on point. Like it don't be buffering, don't be fucking up. Like you can really enjoy it. Like
not one bit.
Yeah, like the quality usually good. Like I'm telling you, Pro Box is holding it down. Like Pro Box is one of those you wish somebody like they already got the model down, like the business model down. Like people just invest into it more, where you could get bigger fights, more world title fights and shit. But yeah,
I definitely want to cover a Pro Box card, but I need them to kind of, they're all in Florida, which is in this nigga's backyard. But it's just like
yeah, but it is like Central Florida and shit. It ain't like okay, we're down the street in Sunrise. We're in Hollywood. It's like we gotta travel for them shits.
I feel you. I'm just reading the odds on the Atama fight and White fight. So Atama winning by KO is minus 450. Moses Atama winning by decision is plus 550. A draw is plus 2,500. God forbid. White by KO is plus 900, and White by decision is plus 1,800. I mean, White by KO. If you want to make like a long shot bet, but something that's still feasible, that's
I just can't see White winning. Like he's so done.
He is too. Like it's just one of those things. It's just like I mean, I do think Atama because like I would think Atama will probably knock him out in the first 3 rounds, which is plus 220 as a bet. I mean that's
damn.
That's
it could be like the first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
But see, this is the fight. Like, I'm surprised they wouldn't give to like Johnny Rice on some like, okay, you beat all these other prospects. We got somebody for you now, motherfucker. Like,
yeah, and Johnny, let's say that just the way that they blackball Johnny is fucked up. Like, it's still fucked up to this day. Like,
yeah, one of the biggest like I know this. If I ever blow like when this platform gets much bigger. That niggas got that real clout to be making fights. Yeah, that's definitely one of those. Hey man, like this guy right here, like put him on a card. Like, ooh, wait, what? Yes.
Yeah, because I think PBC and Top Rank are both kind of blackballing him because he upset their prospects and they want him beat basically. They want okay, we'll put you in this X, Y, and Z. Now it's like nah, fuck that. Like they want him beat, like on some last minute shit.
Yeah, they tried to hold him on national TV in that Guido fight, but they couldn't. Luckily,
yeah,
they tried though. They definitely tried.
Guido kept getting opportunity after this nigga's hurt from the wire. Like he see one opportune moment, change his fucking career forever.
Right.
Like just failed upward, where it's like a reverse avalanche. Like nigga just succeeded to the skies.
Yeah, there's a lot of failing upward in combat sports today. We'll definitely get into that one because
especially of the lighter persuasion.
Right, exactly. You can't have the.
We call it how we see it, man.
Yeah, and I was there for that upset, and like I said, one of the boxers that gave me that negative energy, Guido. Yeah, actually no, Guido's peoples gave me the negative. Guido had to like size me up and down before he's like, okay, I'll take a picture, talk to you, or whatever. But
he wasn't in the damn fucking like he ain't have the right to be refusing shit. You just lost, nigga.
But his peoples were fucking like, and they were fucking midgets.
I'd be mad too if my prospect was winning a fight and then he loses by one fucking blood clot punch.
Yeah.
Like nigga literally fought somebody who held down the R1 button on the controller for like 7 rounds
Mm-hmm.
and let it go.
Yeah.
And that nigga power, that shit went from green to like bright orange, flashing red.
Yeah, like they were upset. Like I was surprised they were.
Yeah, that shit was like Samurai Showdown, nigga. Like,
yeah, like they were just out there in the lobby. They were pouting and shit. I'm like, if you gotta do that, why don't you just go to your hotel room and do that shit? But they were out there mean mugging and being pissed and talking and all type of shit. They talk. Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were mean people, like mean.
And now look at it. They celebrating happy, but they getting fight after fight. They
getting fight after fight.
Like,
and Johnny, who took 2 zeros, is basically has to wait for a fight. And now it's been a couple of years, so it's a fucked up situation.
Yeah, got my nigga doing skits on damn TikTok, like the
Instagram,
fuck, like
do Instagram reels and shit.
The Instagram reels, the TikTok, the man hilarious though, but it's like
dog. Like I mean, he clearly has more to give to the sport, but they're not letting.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's like one of those like it's clearly a situation where somebody clearly has more to give to the sport, but the sport is literally on some like, no, we're good, thank you.
Yeah,
we'll call you, don't call us. We'll thanks.
Yeah.
And it's just like
because now he's dangerous. He has a dangerous reputation now, and PBC or TR is gonna be like, no, we can't put our prospects in with this dude. Like he's
staying in shape right now too, so it's tricky now because like even if you're rusty, but you're in shape, it's like okay, hold on, wait, this nigga will get it together eventually in the fight, so you better take a motherfucker out. So yeah, I know niggas is looking at that like motherfuckers is like, God damn, why is he staying in shape? Like,
they're
can't even roll the dice now.
Yeah, they're waiting for him to kind of slip up some more though. But yeah, he would have been perfect for Atama. So I mean, basically dealing with, I mean, for all his faults, he still has a decent heavyweight resume. Like he beat Joseph Parker. He has like he's one of the people that knocked Chisora the fuck out. Like really
clearly.
And even though
but he had one of the hardest fights with Chisora, like that you shouldn't be having if your claim is to say like Wilder's ducking you.
That's also true though, but
if Wilder's ducking you, you need to be taking care of Chisora work. Like
and of course we can't forget the Povetkin fights,
boxing niggas bobbing and weaving, he retreating. Better watch out. This uppercut season. he fueled that shit, bro. Like that was one of the nastiest uppercuts I've seen. Like,
yeah, I mean, dude. I mean, yeah, it's funny too. Like every KO that he suffers is uppercut. The one time he gets up from an uppercut, he pops dirty. Fucking that's fucking
the heavyweight J-Rock.
Yeah,
like your weakness is an uppercut. Like
I mean,
it should never be just one punch. Like is your weakness. Like let it be where it's like anything could get you, but a nigga knowing like, well, I still got a chance. I could just land the uppercut. Yeah. I hate that type of shit because a motherfucker will really try harder knowing if he always got that one chance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whereas a motherfucker is like, well, damn, I don't know what's going to work. Let me just keep trying.
Yeah, it's just crazy to me that Fury, Povetkin, and Joshua all knocked him out with uppercuts. Like knocked them the fuck out with uppercuts. That's just crazy to me. So if Atama Atama is a Saudi, so I'm expecting a southpaw uppercut to put his lights out within 3 rounds. Like, does anyone have anything that was anyone think that's going for White for that matter?
Atama in 4. I'll give 4. I'll say 4 rounds, but it's gonna be bad and brutal. Get him out of.
I was thinking 4 myself, so yeah, I agree with Pilot. I'll say 4 rounds. Dylan White's getting packed the fuck up.
Pete, what about you?
I was gonna be generous and give Dillian White 5 rounds.
Oh,
Whoa.
damn.
Damn, that's confidence.
Yeah, no more than that. But I think it's gonna be like I don't think he's gonna really have like a lot of success. I think it's gonna be a beating. It's gonna be one of those. Okay, for Dillian's sake, this should end in 2 for his health.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, like
beat his ass from pillar and post.
So the only person Dylan White need to fight is Joe Joyce.
yeah, and Joe Joyce
And
is
whoever loses, like, leaves.
I am all I'm all in favor of stipulations, loser leaves boxing type matches.
Yeah. So
I mean,
like
obviously,
if Dylan White wins this one, like line up that Joe Joyce fight because can't have all y'all niggas sticking around. Like we gotta get some clarity. Like, okay, we got one guy here, this guy, yeah.
And that's the wild thing about heavyweights, though. They stick even when they're past their prime. They stick around, and like
Because you could always put a heavyweight on a card and they'll enhance the card. Especially if they had a name or they fought some name, you could just be like, "Hey, man, this is we got so and so prospect from such and such." Oh, featuring a heavyweight crossroads bout with somebody who fought Tyson Fury in his 17th fight. That's and niggas will be like, "Oh, well, you know, it's got heavyweights, right?"
And that's the thing too. Like because heavyweights have a hard time getting rid of heavyweights from other eras. Like it used to be a thing. Like the 80s, like the 80s heavyweights got rid of the 60s and 70s heavyweights. The 90s,
niggas like Norton and shit was getting packed the fuck up. Like, yes,
yeah, exactly.
But they stopped the passing of the torch, proverbially speaking. Unless it's like 115 pounds or some shit, they ain't doing that no more. That's just boxing.
Well, no,
that is true.
That's true. But
no, these niggas is like, for lack of a better word, these niggas is pussy when it comes to these damn pass the torch fights.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it really is. Oh god damn, bro. Like you couldn't make this nigga like Gohan or somebody. Like shit. Fuck, bro. Like you even made King Golden Freezer, nigga. Like really? Nigga said Pat Jarrett. Okay.
Yo, this motherfucker is crazy, yo. Like,
I can literally see Pat as that though. Like, I literally see that.
Yo, this motherfucker.
Oh shit. But yeah, man. Dylan White gonna get stopped in 4 rounds. But everybody said so. What 3, 4, 5? That's it.
Yeah, pretty much, though. Yeah.
Oh,
like
damn.
I said, and it's probably the worthwhile bet is probably putting a time at least to knock him out in the first 3 rounds, at least. You know, for that 220, for that plus 220. You know,
agreed.
And I think the co-main, and this is a co-main. It's although it's a good fight, one of the fighters is still bitch made to me. You know, because of what he did. Because we got Nick Ball, you know, who's the only world champion in the UK. Imagine that, because before we
had
y'all UK niggas be talking all that shit, and y'all got one motherfucking champion, one.
You got a big ass UK nigga.
Yeah,
ain't that like multiple
y'all
countries?
Talk so much shit about Americans. Y'all talk so much shit on Discord, Twitter about Americans, but y'all got one champ. It's fucking Nick Ball.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, let him have it, pilot.
Yeah, because I was reading too. Like, I mean, because if Nick Ball loses to Sam Goodman, it would be the first time since 1988 the UK has never had any world champions, which is crazy.
Nigga.
Yeah. Yeah. So
that's crazy. So it go like it is still in my lifetime. So it's like it's still like wow. Like
I mean, we
going back to like Reaganomics and shit.
Yeah, I mean, we're at least we're witnessing like Puerto Rico's before. Like it's like goddamn, like Puerto Ricans, they're not world champions no more. But at least they're slowly coming back. The fact that the UK,
yeah, but you know Puerto Rico is a small ass island though.
That's also true.
The UK is multiple countries, bro. Like,
yeah, like
come on, like y'all ain't got nobody.
Yeah, and boxing's like boxing's like religion for some of these. So the fact there's only one actual world champion from the UK
is Nick fucking Ball.
Yeah, Nick Ball's short ass.
All 411 of them. Like
because all 411 of them.
I have seen people are trying to say Goodman's gonna win this type of thing. They're trying to have a quote unquote sexy pick. They're trying to hype. They're trying to say the sneaky.
I hope Nick Ball beats the shit out of this guy for fucking pump faking the goddamn NOA fights.
Yeah. Yeah, twice. Like twice is how you get twice. How you get cuts twice in the fucking one same camp? Like, come on.
Like you
Yeah,
didn't want to make no scared money. Don't make no fucking money, nigga.
He was definitely on some bullshit.
Yeah, he probably told his sparring buddy, "Look here, mate. Like, yeah, just punch me a little bit, crikey. Just punch me right there in the eye." You know, I'm telling you, it's just like it funny things too, because Goodman like wasted all his like goodwill because when he beat Reese Salim, and that was a hell of a fight too. He did that in
Max.
Yeah,
he thoroughly beat Aleem too. That wasn't
he really beat Aleem. And I'm thinking, okay, that's a good respectable win. Okay, he can be a monster opponent, and then none of us we can't talk shit about it. But the way that he wasted Monster's time, it was disgusting. You know, it was like, so it's just like, so clearly he didn't want the fight, but now he's going up in weight to face Nick Ball, and because he's probably have a height advantage and everything. And I'm like, yeah, this is bitch made. Like, he didn't even want to stick around in 122 to see what he could do. He's like, yeah, I'm going up in weight. I'm going to fight one of the shortest world champions and the only world champion from the UK. Probably you saying that? I mean, are you saying?
I'm not saying that.
Will win?
I'm not saying that. Would I be surprised? No. Nick Ball has had a decent run as champion. People say it's ugly, but he gets the job done. And I think he'll win this fight too. Goodman's moving up. I think. Will this be his first fight at featherweight? Probably.
Yeah.
I'll pick Ball by decision, like a comfy decision, like 117, 111 type thing.
What about you, King P?
I'm going with Ball. Decision. Wide decision.
Goddamn. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, Ball by decision is plus 220, so that's not a bad. It's not a bad bet to make. I'm going with Ball by decision too.
I don't. I mean, let it be known, I don't really care for either of them, but I think I care for Goodman a lot less.
Yeah, I mean Nick Ball though, because the funny thing is too, when Nick Ball fights, you feel like he can lose, but that boy's been he's been getting by because it doesn't help. He does have punching power that he has going for him. Fucking Ray Vargas was getting knocked around by him.
Man, what's that meme? I always laugh because I like. What's that meme? Oh, I want this. No, son, we already have this at home. Like, to me, Nick Ball is, hey, I want Pitbull. No, son, we already have Pitbull at home, and that's and that's Ball.
Oh, so you got no respect for Nick Cruz?
Fuck no.
Yeah, Nick Cruz is all right. But yeah, you're right. Like, that's a good analyzation because I do feel like Nick Ball is like I don't want to say a great value.
Timu Pitbull.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll just go ahead. Timu Isaac Cruz.
When he was coming up, I was a fan of Nick Ball. I mean, I would say I was like, I liked the prospect in terms of him, like how he was getting guys out of there. But after the Dog Bay fight, that was kind of a step up. It was a little bit of a struggle, and he's been winning, but he hasn't looked beatable. He hasn't looked unbeatable.
Yeah, I mean, they gave him the Ray 4 fight, and he could have easily lost that one too. So
and Ray 4, they don't remember. He's talking to you right after the fight. He didn't want to fucking. I know he's on this card too, but he didn't want to fucking fight. He didn't want to fight at 126. He needed to move up, but the money he had to fight.
Yeah, the money he had.
And
to
that
fight.
need to be a rematch whenever Nick Ball move up.
Yeah, they should too, because Nick Ball started getting busted up in the second half of that fight too, and like
and
that was like a
60%.
That was like a 60% rate. That was not 100% Ray Ford. That was like a 60% of.
Nah, because we see how Ray. Because like some people, like when a nigga say he's drained and he supposed to move up, and you need to look like how Ray Ford been looking when he moves up, hitting harder, faster, more endurance, throwing more punches. But if you move up and you still pot shot and you throwing 30 punches around, then it's like, what the fuck you moved up for?
Exactly.
So yeah, like Ray Ford is one of those guys who definitely looked like the weight was hurting him, and I'm glad he noticed it and did something about it. So he prolong his career because.
I mean, truthfully, too, that fight that he won the title in too, like that cat was. I mean, because I was there. I mean, that cat was hitting him with some shots, and I'm thinking, I saw him in the dressing room, like, boy, he was like lumped up and shit like that. I'm just thinking to myself, like, he's doing all this, and he's clearly kind of drained doing that. Yeah,
because he's not at 100%. He's at like a good 90 at best.
I mean,
but more probably in the 80%, 85 range.
After he beat that Yushin Yuro, who was getting hyped up to be a killer, after he stopped him at the post fight, said he couldn't do it. Pat interviews him. He said he has to go to one move up. But Turkey and Hearn were probably like, "Look, man, we need you for this event.
Yeah,
exactly. And you're gonna get your biggest payday." And he had to do it. And he still had a fight of the year contender. At 50%.
Redford was putting in some work that year. Like, geez, like
he did because he had like 2 fight of the year. Like only in recent times, I think Mikaela Mayer, like the only other person I could think of who had like 2 fight of the year candidates in 1 year besides
that was crazy.
Yeah.
Huh?
No, I say that's crazy. He definitely had the finish of the year. Pause. He had the finish of the year with forgot his fucking name. The dude he beat, but they were hyping him up like he was a killer.
I mean, I know Pete got a payday for that one because he got the last round stoppage. That was a great.
Oh yeah. Ford. Yeah, I remember that. That was great. That was marvelous.
Yeah, it was literally like the last second to win that.
10 seconds left. Buzzer beater stoppage.
That was a
1,400 in my account.
That was a classic stoppage. You know what I'm saying? Like great moment in boxing.
It was, man. That's still one of my favorite live fights I've been to. Like that was a hell of a fight, though. But I mean, Nick Ball. I mean, like I said, decision. I mean, if he knocks him out, it wouldn't surprise me. But let's see, Nick Ball.
He's fighting Nova, right? He's fighting Abraham Nova with the goofy beard, with the beard.
Well, let me read off the odds first for Ball and Goodman, just to make sure if you want to get your gambling on. Ball by KO is -130. Ball by decision is +220. Draw is +1800. Goodman by KO is +1400, and Goodman by decision is +500. I mean, it would be funny too if Goodman just jabs him up and wins the decision that way. Although I can't see, I can't see them allowing that go on the cards, but that's also a possibility too. Goodman can do that, but yeah,
I think Nick Ball too scrappy to let that happen.
He is too. No,
your jab would have to be like a Golovkin jab to make that happen.
Yeah. The one thing you give Nick Ball has pause. He got big balls and he got heart. Like he's scrappy as fuck. He ain't going down easy.
Yeah, but eventually all that scrapping that he's doing, like it's got because his defense ain't really what it needs to be. Like he gets hit a lot, but it's just like and
like Ray Ford definitely wins that rematch if they fight at a higher weight.
Hell yeah. So I'm guessing Ball is definitely gonna milk that title for as much as he can too. But like I said, it's his fight to lose. Like if he allows Goodman to jab him up for 12 rounds, then he deserves to lose that fucking belt.
Facts.
Oh God, Pilot talking about balls is natural. Oh my God. Yo, this bitch is wilding tonight.
They going off in the comments like. Said, my bad, Pilot. Saber man. The most you get is Cell Jr., nigga.
Pilot is just getting all types of like shots.
Yeah.
Oh man, but I mean, it should it should be a good fight though. I mean, but like I said, I mean, I do hope that because Goodman gets a beating for wasting Monster's time and ruining the fight, ruining Monster's like little like fights of like good contenders because he wasn't ready.
Yeah. The boxing guys definitely need to deliver swift and just punishment for him. Yes, so I do expect that.
Yes, there's no such thing. There shouldn't be cowardice in boxing. Like absolutely no blatant cowardice. But then then we talk
because he's getting paid for it. He's not like a goddamn prisoner of war or some Spartacus shit where you're like niggas just like, all right. you're gonna die anyway. But we want you to fight Pat, DZ, and Rome. Like what? Like,
Right.
like no, like I ain't fighting like 3, 6, 5 niggas. So it's like, nah, man, like nah. So
Yeah. Now, of course, if Goodman wins a fight of the year type of fight, then I'm like, okay, I respect that. But you still got to fight. You still got to see Monster at some point. You know, like
or see somebody of similar quality.
right.
Like you almost need 2 good wins to make up for the Monster victory.
Yeah, like if
one,
you take
one win ain't gonna cut it. Like you need a win to just make us think like
exactly
just to make us be back to like okay.
Yeah, like if you can beat the shortest champion there, you can beat the tallest champion there in Espinosa. If you can do both, then all right, then you didn't waste. All right, you did what you had to do. You're forgiven.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Beat the shortest, then the tallest. Like
yeah, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Then I'll shut the fuck up. Like okay, well he had his reasons. He was just unlucky with the Monsters situation.
Yeah, right.
We can turn that completely around for you. But if you don't do it, then we just gotta continue to be like,
exactly.
I don't know about this dude. Like, he ain't serious.
And then of course we got Ray Ford on this card. Now originally he was supposed to face Anthony Kakachi, who speaking of someone who's on some ducking shit, that motherfucker doesn't want to fight no threats, like not one. Like he's out there ducking. Like first he was supposed to fight Sugar Nunez, and he gave up his belt to he fought Josh Warrington. It's like
didn't he fight Lee Wood too?
Yeah, he fought Lee Wood too. Yeah,
like he was getting all his little like what's that nigga name? Is it Francisco Orlando or something? Or Francisco? The nigga who was like cleaning up all the old niggas at 130 at one point.
Oh, no, not Francisco Vargas. You're talking about
I think it is Francisco Vargas.
I don't think he wasn't cleaning. No, he wasn't the one doing the cleaning up though.
Is it Burchell? Yeah.
Yeah, it was Burchell. Yeah.
Yeah, Burchell. My bad. Like he's doing that Burchell shit. Like you kind of cleaning up all the old niggas.
Yeah, no.
And but then getting money for that shit.
Yeah, but then it's like, hey, Ray Ford, good fight, and all of a sudden I have a back injury now, or whatever the fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. You can't just clean up the old niggas and then don't want it with the people in their prime and shit.
Yeah, I think because he hit pay dirt with knocking out Cordina, so he was like, you know what, I'm not gonna
he's doing his little victory tour.
Yeah, exactly. Like motherfuckers can see right through that bullshit, like he's doing, like. Yeah, because he's seeing Ray Ford, he's punching harder now. He's a little bit more difficult. He's like, oh, wait a minute, hold up. He's not fighting Drain.
And it's like, bro, you got two layups. You got Warrington and Lee Wood, bro. Like those were good fights for you.
That was a clear duck. I mean, that was a clear duck.
Yeah,
easily,
clear as day. So since he pulled out with a quote unquote injury, Abraham Supernova, took the fight. And I don't mind the fight, Nova is still a difficult fighter. It's like, it's not like fighters look really good against him, except for Robeisy Ramirez. So
yeah, for real.
So
it's still a good fight, but it ain't.
Nova got hold.
Like, okay, I need to order this pay-per-view good.
Nova got hold. I mean, Nova. I know he lost a close fight to Oshaki, but I'm talking about he lost to like the guy Cortez, the top ranked A-side prospect. He clearly won that fight, but he got robbed bad in that fight.
Yeah, Top Rank didn't want. Yeah, Top Rank didn't
want him to win that fight.
Yeah, they didn't want him to win that fight at all. Like Nova would have to knock him out though, and we don't bring up the Oshaki fight because I put in a big boxing parlay which would have paid out, and Rome copied that same parlay of mine because I wanted I put Oshaki to stop Nova in that fight, and I was pissed that didn't happen because I was like, "Come on!"
Yeah, Oshaki showed his. Yeah, you should have. I can't bet on stopping Oshaki no more.
Yeah, I was like, "Come on!" Like, because he dropped him late. I was like, "Come on, please stop him!" Because that was a payday, and I hit like 7 fights on that parlay, like serious fights. I'm just like, "Fuck!" So I was like, Yeah, I was upset. I was a little bit miffed about that, but that's the way it goes when you gamble. But Pilot, who do you have winning between Nova and Ford?
I got Ford winning. I'm wishful thinking. Hopefully, he's gonna get a KO here. I know he be hurting people, boxing them up, dropping them, but don't stop him. And I'm hoping this is his coming out party at 130 because I know he's probably gonna fight Sugar Nunez, the Mexican champ, at 130 next. So he needs to have a confidence booster here. I think.
He's been calling out Nunez, and I don't blame. I mean, I want to fight. I mean, Nunez.
That's a great fight, but I think Nunez is fighting Christopher Diaz, which should be a layup.
That should be a fucking layup.
Yeah, 2025 Chris Diaz. Yeah, that's a fucking
Chris
layup.
Diaz. But Mexican Black War 130 title on the line. Looking forward to that one, hopefully. So I think Ray will win. Really by a decision, but I'll just say a 9th round stoppage. Wishful thinking, 9th round stoppage.
Yeah, no, I think Ford will win a comfortable 12-round decision. He'll knock down. I think he'll knock down Nova at least twice in this fight. And like I said, Nova is slick. He's slick enough to it's hard to really hurt him like that. Or if he Nova kid does recover pretty fast or whatever. So he is kind of crafty. So. I mean, if Ford just really stops him and really just mows him down, I'm like, oh, okay. Ford is ready for a title shot, But Ford should probably win a tough decision, or not even a
decision or late stoppage.
Yeah. That
if he really let his hands go.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, he has to
Nova could be hurt.
Yeah, if Robeisy Ramirez can stop him, Ford should be able. This Ford right now, that's not being drained. And Ford looks like he's in super shape. If you see him in his videos, whatever, that dude is focused. That dude looks like he's built to go for.
He looks like he might one shot.
To be fair, I think looking back at it, I don't think Nova had any business being at 126 against Robeisy. He was definitely fucking drained at that weight. He's a big guy. Pause. So him putting on some weight kind of helped with his resistance. I think Ray will win comfortably, but I don't think he'll knock him out. And I think Nova will have some points where he has some success. He a tough motherfucker. So
he is.
Ultimately, I think Ray wins a comfortable decision.
What about you?
You think it's like a 116, 112 type of fight?
Yes, exactly. That's my sentiments exactly.
What about you, LB?
Oh, hold on. Hey, what up, Chris Brown? Salute, what it do? Marquis, salute, gang, what it do? Next very heavy Ford the coldest at 130, low key. Yeah, word. I think Ray Ford gonna I think is it 12 rounds?
Oh yeah.
11th round knockout.
Okay,
Ray Ford gonna stop him late.
And so because we have for just on the odds, a Ray Ford KO stoppage is plus 200.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then a Ford decision is minus 135. Draws plus 1600. Nova winning by stoppage is plus 900, as well as a decision is also 900.
They don't think he winning.
Yeah. Nova could punch. It's not. Nova could actually punch too. It's he's not.
Because I was thinking the odds were going to be plus 450 type shit or plus 600 at the most. But you saying plus 900, nigga? Damn.
For both KO and decision, which is
what I'm saying.
If you put money on a decision, that would be one of them. If you just if you're okay, you know what, this is a long shot bet, but yeah, no. If Nova KOs Ford, then I'm gonna have to think there's something probably went horribly wrong. I'm not even saying Ford is super durable, but it's just one of the things that probably shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Without a real explanation on why that happened. But salute Ford though. Like I said though, Ford, because when Ford came out, Ford was still a little shaky, and I still think Ford needs to run it back with Vasquez, but then Vasquez is probably still healing from the ass whooping he got from Espinoza. so it's that's a fight. Oh,
Go ahead, my bro. No, go ahead. Finish what you're saying, bro.
Yeah, so that's the fight that I think that definitely needs to be run back because, like I said, that's the only fight I didn't think Ford won that fight at all. So
Yeah. I want to. I was gonna mention that Vasquez fight and the fight that maybe before that he got a draw that he could have lost too, right? But I remember after that he was in the lab with Shakur and he improved ever since. You know, I mean, because sometimes people like to bring up fighters' struggles in the beginning, but he struggled a little bit, but he improved. Clearly, he improved in a big way.
Yeah, he improved. Like I mean, now, boy, now he's a fade bringer. Like bro throws hands. Like so, like like I said, and considering that Eddie needed him to probably pan out because because there's not too many people from the time that Ray Ford signed that are still around the Matchroom. So it's like he's like one of the last few left from like that original group of.
I think he's the original. I think he's like the only true homegrown champion signed from the beginning. To win a belt. Oh, with Eddie, I think.
Yeah, and imagine how many prospects that Eddie has signed, and they just kind of like faded to black, or they're just they're not doing anything. I mean, Ammo was supposed to be that guy to get another belt, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, like Eddie needed Ford to kind of pan out. So hopefully Eddie doesn't do anything to kind of fuck up his career. So like just give him the fights that matter and shit like that, and just don't put him in no bullshit. But we'll see how that goes though. But I'm looking forward to that fight because like I said, Ray was a cool motherfucker too. So and Marquise, where's my man Jesse Vargas at? He's probably at your local MAGA rally. Shit. Yeah, no, like ever since dude started, ever since dude dropped his roots. I remember though, I enjoyed the fight where Liam Smith gave him an ass whooping. Like that was a beautiful fight.
He's probably right behind Dean Kane at the ISA, the new ISA.
Facts, it's amazing. Dean Kane is a real scumbag too. I can't believe that how much of a scumbag he is. That nigga was Superman too on Friday nights. Or Thursday nights, or whatever the shit came on ABC. That motherfucker's a straight scumbag now. Yeah, but yeah, Jesse Vargas is probably in that same line too. So yeah, fuck Jesse Vargas. And then we have another heavyweight fight too. And I don't think you could probably call it a crossroads fight or whatever. But clearly someone who gets KO'd in this one probably needs to think about what the fuck they got to do with their career. We got David Adelaide and Philip Hrgović. Adelaide got KO'd by Fabio Wardley in a pretty good slugfest, But Wardley, though, that's another heavyweight. I still can't understand how. I mean, Wardley is due to be KO'd at some point, though. But that motherfucker's power is bailing him out on some wilder shit.
I'm a Fabio truth. I've been the lone Fabio truther from the beginning.
You are.
Shout out my dog.
Because I remember we were about to go in on you because if Wardley lost that fight against Huni or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was Wilder Ortiz too, the UK remix.
Yeah, sure. because it looked like because Wardley was tiring. He was fading, and then he lands a punch of the gods, knocks him the fuck out. Because we were getting ready to go on Wardley.
Yep. Niggas is powering up and everything.
Yeah, and then but I mean, I'll say this though. I mean, Wardley is. I mean, he's definitely. I don't know if he's better or even worse than Wilder, but he's a true wild card now, considering he's being able to knock these cats out with one shot and break their jaws and all types of shit. But in Adelaide, I thought Adelaide would be able to catch him, but it just wasn't his day. And of course, we know about Hrgović struggling with Zhang, and then eventually getting cut to pieces by Daniel Dubois, and then had that CTE fight with Joe Joyce, I almost forgot that fight was actually this year because it was that fight legit disturbed me because I couldn't believe how many clean shots Joyce.
If you call that nigga Adelaide Pop Smoke and shit, he kind of looks like Pop Smoke, but
that shit is crazy. That Hrgović won the fight. Don't get me wrong though, but it's just like does beating up Joe Joyce, get him ready for this type of fight?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm almost tempted to think that I'm almost tempted to say that Adelaide will knock him out, or at least will stop him on his feet, or stop him on cuts, or something like that.
You think Hrgović seen better days?
I don't know. Hrgovic, I mean, I think should have been more than what he is now. You know, I think that's what I think. Like I said, the Zhang fight, like, you know, it showed that like he had some issues, you know, but then Dubois just being able to cut him to shreds like that. And like it was just like it was like almost no contest. Like Dubois beat the shit out of him. So like I don't know. Like I there's something about him that I think that he should have been much better, or maybe he was just a hype job. That's probably just another case. But you know, Adelaide though can punch. Like I mean, does anyone have Adelaide winning?
I can see it, but I assume Hrgovic is the favorite, right?
Oh yeah, he's a minus 600 favorite. Adelaide's plus 400. They don't have the KO props on this fight just yet. Yeah, no, but I for some reason I just think Adelaide will probably maybe stop him late. You know, because Hrgovic will kind of fade, and Adelaide will probably like stop him like maybe 8 or 9. That's what I'm just thinking. Yeah, I don't know. Hrgovic is just there's something about him that I think, you know, he's just not as good as
another heavyweight that's seen better days. Next.
Yeah, no, Brand said Hrgovic washed. You know, like I said, so it almost looks like Adelaide has like a gimme if he's careful.
No, I mean he got a lot to gain if he somehow can win the level wise. I don't know Hrgovic's because level wise Hrgovic is a higher, you know, quote unquote higher pedigree. He's been in there with top quote unquote top guys, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean he has Zhang 0, so yeah.
Well, that's questionable, but he did get the decision. So,
yeah.
Yeah, so that's tough. Yeah, I like to see. Fuck it, I'm running with Pat. I'm running with Pat. I think Adelaide will maybe stop him late because he is a little fresher and a little less shop worn. Unless he ain't really that good, you know, skill wise. Yeah.
Yeah, and plus Hrgovic, thankfully does not have Wardley's type of power. Like he can punch, but he's not Wardley's in, like, you know, ridiculous one punch, you know, knockouts in both hands type of fighter. So like I think Adelaide will probably do fine against him, but like I said, you know, he just as long as he's not taking like, you know, crazy shots from him. But I just think Adelaide will probably just outlast him and stop him. What about you, LB?
Draw.
A draw. If I think so, I could probably see that too. Like, to be honest, I could see a draw. Yeah. I think this fight is this fight a 10 or a 12 rounder? If it's a 10, there'll probably be more chance of a draw probably happening. It is a. It is.
They be loving Hrgovic on the cards too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it looks like it's probably a 10 rounder for now. The other fights are all 12.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a draw.
Yeah, and I can see that too. I mean, because Hrgovic has a hard time separating himself sometimes. You know, like even if except for Joe Joyce. I mean, even in that Joe Joyce fight, like Joe Joyce was still letting heat on him. You know, I mean, that's probably the best Joe Joyce has looked in a while too, and he still got kind of touched by Joe Joyce, but. Yeah. I mean, if it's a draw, I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it. And truthfully, I might put a little something on it, you know. But I just think Adelaide will probably just get him up out of there this time. I just think I just have that feeling. This fight shouldn't go the distance. I mean, Adelaide has 13 KOs and 14 wins. Like that. This should end in the distance. Oh man, but yeah, and it'll probably it opens up with a cat. I mean, see, unfortunately, you know, Turkey likes to have his Saudi Arabian boxers on this card. You know, and none of them are very good. Like not one of them passes an eye test. Not even on some like he has potential shit. But he likes to put them on all the fucking cards. You know, so he got Hayato Susumi, who's known for stopping Rene Alvarado, only the second person to do it. you know, and he's done it in 7 fights. So and he's fighting one of his Saudi Arabian boxers, and you know that's probably gonna be the opener, and he's probably gonna beat the fuck out of him in that one, you know. But yeah, but you know, I guess that's what you have to do when he puts one of these cards. He's got to put one of his talented, you know, quote unquote talented fighters on there, and more often than not, they don't impress, you know. But yeah, I think that kind of rounds up the card. But yeah, like I said, this is the type of card that should have been on just regular subscription, not an extra DAZN. And the pay per view is $45.
The fuck?
Yeah, which is fucking crazy.
In America, right?
Yeah, in America, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie though. Like, I know you have the zone. I got the zone the first time it came out. I stopped. I got the Fire Stick. Shouts out Fire. But it's kind of crazy though. Like having a subscription to the zone, the baseline regular subscription seems like a waste of money. Because everything that's actually good, you got to pay extra for. Am I tripping, or is that true?
Yep. No, it's true.
Yeah, that's it.
The Usyk Dubois rematch is a perfect example. First fight, regular DAZN. Rematch, DAZN pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean, like 2-3 years ago, yeah, we get some good shit for the regular subscription, but now anything that's not club level, you got to pay extra for. In America, for some British shit, fuck.
Yeah, no, that is just like that's just crazy. Like that. I mean, I'm hoping maybe on the last minute change, he's just okay. No, we're gonna make it free, and then you know, I'm like, okay, that's great, you know. But yeah, that it shouldn't be a pay per view. Like, I mean, it's a decent card. Like, it's not a bad card at all. But it's just not a pay per view card. Like, it's not. You know, I'm not sure what the reasoning was to make it pay per view, especially after they're saying that November card is not going to be pay per view. So it should have been like, okay, let's just take the pay-per-view off this one because it don't make no sense. Because that one is pay-per-view worthy, and that's not going to be pay-per-view. So it's like, yeah, like, come on, like, you don't have to make everything fucking pay-per-view on the zone. Like, you know, that's like a perfect example of a fight. If you want people to actually buy into the service, you know, then you got to make some cards available. It's just like I remember before in Canada. If you have the zone, they made one of the Ryan Garcia fights a pay-per-view, but in America it was for free. And I was like, that's like, damn, that shit makes no fucking sense at all.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah, like, because I remember all the Canadian cats that follow us, they were bitching hard about that because it was like, why the fuck do we have? I think it was the Duarte fight. It's like, why is that pay-per-view up there? Like, yeah, they were not happy. So yeah, the zone needs to kind of, you know, get, you know, in light of
it's a perfect free fight because whenever you got like an up and coming young undefeated puncher, you want to show them off as many times as you can.
Right.
You don't put up paywalls for those guys. Like, just imagine that.
Maybe in the UK because the UK will pay for whatever, but not for an American, not for
you know. But and I said the same shit too. Like, you know, I literally said the same shit. I was like, yeah, but it's funny too. But yeah, it's like because before I used to be able to get around it with my, you know, with my trick though. But I think the zone I think they caught on to that.
Damn, they got hip to the V.
Yeah, they got hip to the V. So. So there's like, yeah, if it's pay-per-view, it's gonna be pay-per-view everywhere, god damn it. So you don't get around, so people can't get around it anymore. Well, not at least in that way, because it's still legal, but not really, you know. But yeah, the perfect example of a card, like, yeah, you know, people, because you know, Atama has curiosity on there, so it's just like, yeah, you know, if you want people to actually see, okay, we'll see what this young kid's about. Like why people calling him a future heavyweight champion, then yeah, show him, like put him be able to showcase him at least, you know. So
especially if it's against a guy who's popular and known to be in big fights before, like Dillian White, like
yeah,
way up, man, and niggas fuck it up.
Yeah, people. You know, so like I said, hopefully maybe they'll change their mind, not make it pay-per-view, but because I can't see them selling pay-per-view in America at $44.99. Like I just don't see a lot of buys. That's not happening.
Nah, you might get like two buys.
I mean, if they break four-digit number, I'd be surprised.
Wow.
I mean, there are hardcores out there that will probably buy this, but it's just like, and like I said, it's not a bad card. It's just not a pay-per-view $45 card. It's not that at all. So, but we'll see how it goes too, especially in this era now where I think the goal is no pay-per-views, especially after today's fucking news, with UFC, and I go, of course, also speaking about failing upwards. Because there seems to be a lot of that in combat sports. We were just talking about fucking Rolly failing upwards and shit like that. And now you have UFC that's failing upwards. Because they got a whole deal from Paramount, a $7.7 billion deal, exclusive media rights deal. That means UFC's content moves exclusively to Paramount Plus in 2026. And it's just like, what the fuck? And Paramount before, they're the ones who had PBC. Like, they had PBC because, Paramount owned Showtime. And they decided that for whatever reason, that Showtime boxing wasn't doing enough in order for them to actually keep it on their network. So they got rid of it. They got rid of it for UFC. And the current UFC basically has no stars, like none. Like, their stars in UFC are Muslim fighters, which they're good fighters. Don't get me wrong. They are good. I enjoy watching them go to work on all of the MAGA fighters that they got on there. I
don't enjoy that wrestle fucking pause. I hate that shit. The best UFC fights are like literally stand up fights. But anyway, yeah, that's my opinion.
I like wrestling. I like submission shit. Like, I can dig all that though. But between that and MAGA and then some faded fighters, like, UFC has no star power because UFC pay-per-views are not selling a lot. They don't get me wrong. They have their audience, like people's. They still have their hardcores that support UFCs no matter what. But they have like real no star power, but yet they get a $7.7 billion deal. Like, when's the last time UFC pay-per-views even did anything even close to a boxing pay-per-view without like a crossover shit like Floyd versus McGregor type of shit? When's the last time?
UFC's brand. I won't lie. I watch it when boxing not really on. I'll watch the bigger ones, but it's like their fans are really loyal. They're like slave to the brand. Like, they don't care who it is. They're a slave to the brand. MMA is UFC isn't a sport. MMA is, but to most of the UFC fans, quote unquote UFC fans, they're not MMA fans. They're a slave to the brand of like I saw what's his name, the NBA player Tyrese Halliburton. He said, I saw a podcast he was on yesterday or something. He said, I'm not a wrestling fan. Get it straight. I'm a WWE fan. In a similar regard, where it's like you're a fan to the brand of the UFC and all the little intricacies they have, but you're not really a fan of the sport. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Brand is everything. Like, brand placement, and that's one thing that boxing does lack. It doesn't really last time boxing had it was HBO boxing and Showtime boxing. That was brand, especially HBO boxing. My goodness, like, even today you have people wishing that HBO boxing will come back. Like, if HBO ever decide to air boxing again, the sport will experience a real significant growth of some sort. Like, it would, like, people like, I would actually, technically I have an HBO subscription through HBO Max, but I would actually get it from my cable this time instead of getting it through my damn AT&T plan. Like, like boxing, there's not a strong brand in boxing with regards to like the promotional outfits like UFC does. And that's the thing. And that's what probably prompted Paramount to be like, okay, let's give these guys almost $8 billion.
Yeah.
And we're gonna air everything on whatever Paramount Plus. I don't even have Paramount Plus. That's like one of the few services I don't have. I don't even have
that shit seems so ass. Like, what's the point of Paramount Plus?
Yeah, like I don't have a login. Nobody I know has Paramount Plus either. Like, so
I do assume though, like, because you see some from time to time they be having some quote unquote stacked cards. They always usually suck, but I bet now with this deal, I bet now with these marquee event deals, it's not going to be as quote unquote stacked anymore. I can guarantee you, it's not going to be as stacked, that quote unquote stacked in terms of like the name value. Because yeah, they don't have the names, but they have the names in terms of like names that a lot of these fighters are washed, but they put them on these cards to make it sound stacked. Is what I'm trying to say.
And another thing that's not going to change too is they're not going to get paid more. It's like, even with this deal now, Dana still has his whole thing in monopoly, so it's not like fighters are going to get paid more. Like, they're still going to, I mean, it's still going to be like, there's not going to be like anyone fighting in the UFC for 10 million. You know what I'm saying? Like that's still, that's still thing. Only thing is now UFC will probably start airing their big cards on CBS or some shit, or Showtime, or probably CBS too, like on top of Paramount Plus, and it's like, yes. And Paramount Plus reportedly won't charge viewers any additional fees, which is effectively eliminating the pay-per-view model. So, yeah, but it's just disgusting because just last week, ESPN has that big deal with the WWE. And, I'm just like, it's crazy now. It's like boxing can't find a place on any platform. And now you have this. PBC lost their spot on Paramount. And now they have $8 billion to give to UFC. That shit is crazy. Like,
yeah.
It's like, are you kidding me? Like, why can't platforms find a place for boxing? Like, not one fucking platform. The Zone's the only place, really. But it's just like, you tell me not one of the traditional sports platforms can actually find a place for boxing, like any boxing. Like that shit's crazy to me. That's the craziest thing about these deals that are going on lately.
But you know what it is? Hold on real quick, Pilot. When you go to the lot and everything is too high, nigga, that means you just gotta lower your budget range. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe the asking price is too high that they're going to these companies with.
Yeah, I think boxers. Yeah, to add to that, I think boxers. Maybe aside for the TKO bullshit they're trying to pull, boxers get too much money, and that's unfortunate for because boxers' salary or their minimum is probably more than the average UFC's maximum. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the time for
that was by design recently with Turkey though, so he could steal the fighters and get all the attention, get all the clout, and really minimize the stars. Because remember, he was taking niggas in their prime and sending them to Saudi Arabia to fight in fucking front of camels and wasteland.
Because remember, how these niggas is looking at it is, if I get this $8 billion up, will I get 16 billion soon? You feel what I'm saying? They're not just gonna pay $8 billion and lose the money. And boxing ain't in a lucrative state at this moment.
Yeah, and I think that's because I mean, ESPN gave Top Rank $80 million, which is pennies to what ESPN probably collects. And
that's what Lil Wayne got for selling his masters, nigga. That ain't shit, nigga.
What's that?
I said that's what Lil Wayne got for selling his masters. That ain't no bread to spread around.
Right. So yeah, I think it's just like, I mean, damn, like, okay, but ESPN can spend all this mad cheddar on WWE because it's the brand, because WWE has a strong brand. UFC has a strong brand. Boxing does not have a strong brand. So therefore, they're going to be looking like, okay, what's the rate of return? What are we going to get if we, let's say if we do exclusively Top Rank or exclusively PBC, what do we get in return? And I think that's the part, and I think that's the thing where now they're kind of shutting out, because those were the two that were on the channels like that. Like Top Rank didn't really build any stars like that, bankable ones, at least the ones you could put a pay-per-view behind at least. I mean, they tried with Devin, but
the biggest fight these niggas made during that whole time was Teofimo Lopez versus Vasily Lomachenko. Come on, man.
Yeah, and that was a pandemic fight with nobody in there.
You feel me?
Yeah. And unfortunately, Teofimo kind of blew his buzz. Like, Top Rank probably had plans to build something around Teofimo, but then he goes and loses to fucking Kambosos. So it's like, it's been fucked up. And then PBC, was on some timeshare shit. They had it on ABC, was it NBC, CBS, Bounce, Spike. which I always said before, PBC on Spike is the best iteration of PBC ever. Like that was where all the good shit happened, like for the most part. And then then they were buying time, and also ESPN too. They also bought out ESPN, and it was basically nothing popped off, so they stayed on Showtime and Fox, and then the Fox shit went away, which sucks because that PBC on the Fox Sports 1 show, like that shit was good. That shit, like they had something going with that, and it's like, eventually it's just like it went from that and then went to Showtime, and then it's like that was gone. Like that shit, that shit's stupid.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's just crazy to me because when you see that, it's like now boxing has to really try to kind of get itself together. Like, do they, like Rome said, do they offer, do they lower their worth? Like, do they get on the team for less money? Because now that boxers' salaries have gone up so much, which is like a big cost. Like some of them are not justifying their money because they're fighting bullshit. But you see what's happening with UFC, you see what's happening with the WWE, and it's just like, what the fuck's going on? Like where's boxing's piece of the pie? So yeah, it's just weird too that UFC is continues.
Yeah, it's crazy how it became that mainstream. Because you're right. Any nigga I bring up Ring Gang to, right? Be like, you watch fighting? Yeah. What you be watching? Oh, I watch bare knuckle and UFC. Y'all niggas don't watch boxing? Yeah, but my favorite fighter right now is some Glockmullah Salafar or whatever the fuck. Them niggas. That's all they
what
care
did I
about.
say the other day? It's a bunch of Europeans that nobody fucking knows.
Like I remember Khabib was the only nigga I couldn't pronounce his name. Now it's all these niggas.
Well, I mean, and Khabib was a legit star. That's the thing. Like we cannot downplay Khabib. Khabib was legit. Was just as legit as a Conor McGregor. Like he was fucking legit. He was a legit star.
Nigga was wrestling bears and shit.
Yeah, like bro was a beast though, and he had crossover appeal. Like he sold, but like I guess his.
But no, I don't understand how UFC they're marketing it. They make you care about niggas who don't really do shit. Got like 10 fights. Like I don't get it.
Yeah, because
it's an MCU effect. Like Ant-Man got 2 movies, nigga.
Yeah.
They let anybody be a star at UFC.
As long as you fight, as long as you bleed, Dana will push you to the moon. As long as
because there was a run. There was a run like in the 2010s, I guess, where UFC was. I don't say it took over boxing in terms of popularity, but there was a big surge where like everybody would hit the bar to go watch UFC. When John Jones was fighting and Conor McGregor. But when those when those guys left, they tried to masquerade and push these niggas that got mad losses or these jobbers. These niggas were like on the lower, like they were the openers on the John Jones shit. Now they're trying to push them as stars, And,
yeah,
but look, UFC been at it for a minute, nigga. Because I remember as a kid watching Iceman, Chuck Liddell, fucking Rashad Evans, Rampage Jackson. Them niggas was taking over there too.
No, I go back further. Like I used to watch Dan Severn, Ken Shamrock, Oleg Taftar,
Steve Blackman, all them niggas.
What is this? 90s UFC? What the fuck?
Yeah. That was when UFC was fucking raw.
90s UFC was like the rawest UFC. Like niggas had eye gouging and
headbutting and shit.
Headbutts, like motherfuckers gonna put you in a hole and just lay there on the ground for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, sounds like CTE ready to happen, nigga.
I mean, it probably was. So. And shout out to Horace Gracie too. Yeah, can't forget him. Yeah, that UFC was raw, but that shit was like they were known, but it was banned in too many states because they had niggas that were 220 pounds fighting 500-pound sumo niggas. Like that was legitimately how they were. There was no divisions. So that shit was cockfighting, nigga. Like they didn't give a fuck. But I'll give Dana credit for cleaning up UFC and actually getting the first wave of stars in there. Like, he made stars out of fucking Chuck Liddell, who once he got his jaw cracked, he stayed getting his jaw cracked. You know what I mean? So like, And like I said, but like I said, basically UFC kind of you think they would live off the past, but like I said, they push like mediocre fighters or they have no personality, but for some reason it just gets them more attention, it gets them more money, and of course now there's no pay-per-views because the UFC they weren't selling no pay-per-views no more, so it's like we either do this or we get rid of the model. So
I think he's the mod like Dana White. They took some WWE shit like
Yeah, they on
like,
TV all the time type shit.
even Bob Arum were like they learned you can't make your fighter bigger than the brand. Like Top Rank would always cap their stars from superstardom, and like Vince McMahon would always make sure these guys aren't bigger than the brand. And I think UFC adopted that and then some. At this point, now,
and that's why these guys never could do any record-breaking pay-per-views and shit. They never created a star like that.
I feel like DC and John Jones fight was like record-breaking numbers shit.
Oh yeah, easy, yeah. John Jones.
They fought each other what 3 times, 4 times?
I mean, no, John Jones could have been the GOAT, but he had some personal demons and he was a little inactive. But he is. I mean, in terms of like, he could have been a much bigger draw than he was because of the fuck ups he had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, but it's like I said, it's all about the brand. Like if your brand is strong, and this is where like this is where boxing and this is everyone. It doesn't matter what promotion. Every promotion needs to kind of get on the ball and strengthen their brand. Like even Turkey needs to do this shit. Like strengthen your brand even more. Like because like I said, Turkey's putting money into sport, which is true, but it's just like. But you can't get yourself on linear TV anymore because networks don't see a rate of return. That's a problem, and that's it's like, but you have UFC, you have WWE doing this. Like, come on, like, and like I said, I'm a wrestling fan. I love watching wrestling. Like I said, I was a fan of UFC. Like, but it's just like there needs to be a place for boxing too. Like, you can't have two of these brands getting these big ass deals, but we still don't know when the fuck Top Rank will even get a new platform or what platform they'll go to. Or
it's like UFC really like. I mean, I know we're boxing fans, but is UFC really that much popular than fucking boxing in 2020?
It's not, man. Look,
it really is. I'm telling you, if you ask 7 guys that watch combat sports, I swear 5 of them watch UFC faithfully.
Why the numbers never reflect that? UFC, the one thing UFC has over boxing is they have a Rogan, they have a unified agenda. They got that universal shit going where they can always push UFC.
It's under one umbrella. It's under one umbrella.
Yes, so they could say stupid shit all the time. They'll say the best fighting the best. Their version of the best fight the best is 2 jobber niggas who are both 7, 6, and 5 and 4 type
niggas. 15-4, lost his last 3, but he
but they're like, it's the best fighting the best though.
Like, come on.
Boxing, we look at it like, I guess.
And they try to make niggas stars quick. It'd be like, yeah, he got 6 wins, 0 losses. This is the new guy. and
they're literally trying to tell you who's a star. Mm-hmm. You can't even pronounce this nigga name. They're like, he's a star. Like, no, the fuck he's not. Like, they don't have no star. It's like it's the brand that's doing the work right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
what
people are married to the brand.
What was the last nigga that just won? What's his name? Taporia or some shit? Y'all know.
That don't even sound like a star name.
Yeah. I know who you're talking. About. He got hands. He
was a super favorite, and I never even heard. I never even heard of this nigga in my life.
He's on the old man tour right now. He's knocking out the old quote unquote legends.
Because they setting them up for putting them on a nice card, get him some nice knockouts to build the card, nigga.
Yeah, they're just trying to make him to a star.
And he's talking that mess about fighting the winner of Crawford and Canelo. So he's one of those.
See, and he wasn't supposed to win that fight. That's the thing.
See, but hold on, Roman, real quick. You know that guy O'Malley, right? Shane O'Malley, whatever.
Yeah,
Sean
that nigga lost like 12 fights.
He was supposed to be the next one up, but he ended up being kind of losing when it mattered. So it's like but he was supposed to do the crossover.
And look, and that's supposed to be a star. Like that nigga's like rudimentary skills.
Nigga just all he do is dye his hair pink and go out there and struggle, nigga, and niggas be like, oh
All
nigga,
he do is be he cosplays as Riff Raff, and then people eat that shit
yeah.
up.
But
Yeah.
he struggled so hard in his fights too. Like niggas think he's some ultimate striker. He can't even take niggas down. Like, yeah, I don't really like Sean O'Malley's fight.
And the way he's so arrogant, like
they were trying to push him like he was gonna fight fight Tank Orion type of thing, but he fucked it up. He lost a couple of his
Nigga
fights.
lost like 6 fights, right?
he was never getting that fight.
Yeah, which goes to say, like I said, all the UFC fighters, like they do what they do, but they still feel valid. They still need to validate themselves against actual boxers. Like they're still looking for that.
Yeah, dude, you got to go 20 years ago to start even, or at least 10, 15 years ago to even start going to like big ass pay-per-view events and, you know, like real numbers for UFC. But for the most part, boxing outperforms them niggas all the time. The only thing that outperformed boxing in a sense was that damn bare knuckle shit up in Philly because that did bigger numbers than Boots.
No, and bare knuckles. And God help us if bare knuckles gains steam. I mean, influencer
It's big enough. It don't need to gain no more steam.
Yeah, because actual boxers are starting to go into that shit
nigga,
now.
Look, every time I go on Instagram, I'm seeing a bare knuckle boxing highlight or a fucking slap contest.
You watching
highlight.
the slap shit? You see that slap shit?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, speaking real quick of Boots, I want to mention if y'all saw his new opponent, like that's I don't want to be a Dan Rafael. He was kind of going off on it, but that's like a microcosm of like. I understand because the whole Virgil Ortiz thing. Virgil Ortiz had the disease where he fought 2 cans, so and it should get a quote unquote soft touch, but at least it should have been somebody we heard of. That's all.
Dude, Virgil Ortiz situation is completely different. That nigga was on some borderline, I might retire, never box again type shit.
Mm-hmm.
So we just wanted this nigga to get active, and as soon as he got active, it looked all right. He stepped it up. Boots is a nigga that, remember, we've had niggas saying Boots would look to be a pound for pound great and be undefeated, and he could be 50-50 from 147 to 160. But he don't move like that.
Because we all saw who he's fighting next, a nigga named Lima, right?
Yeah, no.
Dude, that's a super... Look, I didn't even like the names Pat was suggesting the other day when they had, but like I somewhat could be like, okay, the Rashidi Ellis fight, I'll give you that. And I'm not a big fan of that fight, but it's acceptable. But bro, this creative character ass nigga he fighting, come on.
Because it's just wild to me because I mean, if dude was high up in the WBA rankings, then so be it. Dude is ranked 10. So it's like, what are we
like? What the fuck?
Yeah. So
he is the IBO champion, which people are clowning, but I guess it counts.
Yeah. Though. I mean, basically, it's someone that this is in Philly too. Like Philly already, was not happy with them Karen fights. Like they were not happy with. Like that second fight, you can tell them niggas was not Boots going distance leg. So it's like. You got to bring that fight back to Philly. Like come on, they Eddie needs to kind of read the room a little bit. Like you could probably put that somewhere else.
I feel like after a while, like the Philly niggas got to be like, okay, you're giving us these fucking random, these random cans. You know what I'm saying? Like eventually, the novelty's gonna wear off. I feel like with Boots fighting at home in Philly, right?
Yeah, like Boots, like I said, I get what the play is because Crawford, depending on, is not going to keep that WBA belt any longer than he needs to. And truthfully, he should have given it up by now, and I get tell us, he's fighting next week. And it's like, I know that's going to be like the next fight for Boots.
Tell us, for all intent purposes, that guy Tellus is the champion for WBA because Bud ain't coming back now.
He is, but we got to wait till it makes it official. So I get what but I get what the play is. Boots is waiting, waiting for that, and then fight him for the actual belt, and but it's just like you can do that in certain divisions, but at 154 you can't move like that. The
Yeah,
154 has
we was complaining about Zayas taking too long to step up,
yeah.
and it's like, bro, like they're ruining his reputation in Philly. He's like no longer going to be like a seller in Philly because I know Philly getting tired of
feel
these
like
fights.
after a while, you gotta fight a notable name in Philly. You can't be fighting these random European and Colombian niggas that nobody heard of. You know, this is true. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, Philly is a boxing city though. You can't if you like both Karen fights were in Philly. Like, come on, like, and they weren't happy with those fights. Like, so it's like, what makes you think you gotta get this, and then you gotta get a cat that doesn't have anything on the world level, and you're putting him in Philly. They're putting him.
And see, the thing is, and this is why I said they should have took the Blair Cobbs fight, because that would have been a fun promoted fight in Philly, where Boots would have got him a exciting ass KO in 5 rounds in a fight where it was hyped up, talked about. If you're just looking for him to look good and get opponents and shit, like you got to think, you got to be tactful with it. You can't just get these European motherfuckers who don't engage and try to survive, and these boring motherfuckers.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right about that.
Can't speak English. You ain't gonna promote the fight. There's gonna be like no funny jokes or one-liners. Like,
Well, it was
you know
close.
what I'm saying?
It was really close to being Rashidi, but him and his team turned down the 500,000. They turned it down. So, I mean, they were on a boxing show, just talking about it for. Well, the manager was his manager, and he was talking about they wanted more than 500,000, or they wanted like a two fight deal. I was like, you're fighting on fucking the tag team shit on YouTube, bro. You could have probably used it. Like, but you don't believe in yourself that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the?
Yeah, it get to a point. It's like, bro, like, what's your biggest payday outside of this 500,000 allegedly? If your shit ain't been, if you ain't gonna say 400, 450, 375, then 500,000 is right up your fucking alley.
Because this guy probably took less than that 5,000. Like this guy.
Oh yeah,
dude, he's probably been making like 150K, 100K, 70. Like, I doubt he's been making like 350 for fight.
They probably toss him a quick 300. Here you go. All right, fuck it, I'll do it, type of thing. Like
maybe.
If only Cody Crowley didn't have that eye issue, like Cody Crowley would have been a nice opponent. Well, he's a welter, but at least could at least gotten that in there instead of having to fight the Karen fights and all that other shit. If only Cody didn't have that damn eye issue, Yeah. But Boots definitely is gonna have to start moving a lot smarter. Like I mean, either Eddie has to make
he moved like he don't believe in himself.
Yeah, and I don't get like he has all the tools. Like, I just don't understand why he won't. Like 154, you can easily find someone at 154 that's a real live dog, especially in the WBA rankings, and actually fight them in Philly.
Dude, remember you got Amir Khan and Kell Brook jumping up to fight Canelo and the Golovkin, and this is fucking Boots here, bro. Like,
yeah.
He supposed to jump in and start swinging on like the biggest nigga in the prison cell.
Exactly.
Yeah. Say what you want about Bud, but Crawford did move up and fight a champion. Madrimov wasn't defeated. And most of these niggas actually do that. So, if you that nigga, you're going to do that. That's kind of weird that you're going to fight some random nigga we never heard of. It's
weird. 154. Like, you
you
had to really look for that motherfucker.
You had to look. You had to look past the top 10 for sure.
Dude, you had to look high and low for this nigga. Like, you literally, you had to like just do some side quests to run into him. Like, he wasn't in the regular story mode game. You feel me? Like, you really had to like get through like 35% of the game, take 3 side quests, got some DLC content. Then you like, okay, this nigga. Oh, okay, that's who he is. Like, come on, bro. Like, at 154 and you end up with this nigga, yeah, you literally was searching for him.
Yeah, now Boots now has no choice. Boots better not struggle with dude, and he better knock him out. Like, and there ain't no going to 12 with this dude. Like, yeah, because
this would have looked so bad if these niggas was fighting 3 and 4 times a year. you would just be like, okay, yeah, get this out the way, boom. But when these niggas is fighting once and twice a year, it's like you're literally wasting a performance on this nigga.
Especially coming off the Stanionis win, which was a damn good win for him.
Right. And that's the crazy part. Like, he moving so scary, and you just had your biggest performance against your best opponent, your last fight.
You became unified Lanier. I know it's new weight. That's the only, because people are trying to equate it to the Ortiz fight and Delorme and Lawson, which this guy Lima is technically probably better than those guys, but still, it's still like after you have your best career win, your actual your career defining win so far, you're back to fighting the person most people gotta Google. It's kind of just it's frustrating.
Yes, no belief. Yeah. You gonna believe in yourself, nigga, or not?
Yeah.
Because remember, fans were saying this nigga was gonna be like, he'll hold it down. He'll be the best from 147 to 160. You ain't even get the 160 and you already acting bitch made.
I'm saying
no.
He had 154. You being disselected.
He said numerous times he wants to be undisputed back in the day from 147 to 168. I thought 160 was kind of 168 is a little wild, but at this point,
and he got his physical dimensions. He's by no means small. It's like this is a guy who's like J-Rock size who's been fighting at welterweight.
Mm-hmm.
So like 154 shouldn't be some huge stretch.
And I still don't see Virgil versus Boots happening in 2026 unless Turkey really throwing that bag. For some reason, I don't believe it. I don't know what side.
Turkey don't even need to be involved in this fight. This fight sells out in fucking Dallas, bro. This is like the next biggest American young star fight. Like you put that on Netflix, it does like fucking 30 mil.
And because like I said, the more you stretch it, like I said, because I always said this fight should have happened at 147. Because the longer you stretch this fight out, the more likely that someone will probably catch an L. And I'm looking at Ortiz because Ortiz is already kind of showing a little cracks in his armor already. So it's like, come on, like you gotta make
the time is to make the fight is right now though. Like
it is, yeah.
It literally this the best time. Like if we don't see it by the end of 2026. We'll probably never see it,
right?
Which is a damn shame.
Because by then someone will have probably had a really super hard fight, and they're kind of they start having issues.
Yeah, both these guys, I don't like. Do you think they're good enough to be unscathed for the long haul? I don't. They both got clear talent, of course, clearly, but
not for the division they're at, like.
Yeah,
I think it's 50-50. Like, it could be a situation where if they don't fucking make the right fights and they're not being dominating like they're supposed to be, if they have a lackadaisical performance or they just don't go hard like they should, they could end up having a damn Jamel Charlo, Tony Harrison Part 1 type of fight.
Right.
Where they lose a decision and it's a fight where it's like, nigga, like you won that, like you should have won that type shit. Mm-hmm. Either that could happen or somebody just has a career performance that night against it. Mm-hmm. And this is 154. That happens at that weight more than any other division.
Right, and then we already had like Boots already had this issue with Karen. Karen pretty much let everyone know that he's a player at 147 because of the fact that he was able to kind of make Boots look mid. So it's like, that's the warning. And then Ortiz already had a fucking fight of the year with Bohacek, when he came very close to losing. So it's like,
but then he had a tough fight with Magimov that, he ended up beating his ass, but it wasn't no walk in the park.
Yeah.
So he's in there with like the top 10 of the damn division right there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we're looking like your Boots jump in and like snag something too, but nigga don't really want it like that.
Yeah, there's plenty of like there's plenty of water at 154 you get your feet wet in. Like just do it. Like You know, like, and even if it's not Tellus, who's a decent fighter, is a good fighter. It's like, you know, you can get a bigger named fighter. You know,
Tell us. Oh yeah, hold on. Who's that again? That's Didn't he
Joannis
beat
Tellus.
Killer Plant?
Yeah,
No, that's Resendez.
no, he beat J Rock.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. That's a good fight.
Yeah, no, like I said, I mean, Tellus is a good fighter. I'm not gonna denigrate him, but it's just like, you could have made a bigger splash with someone else, and then after I go after Tellus or something like that. They just let niggas know that 154 is you're in that division. Like no one is gonna this cat. No one's you're not gonna make a splash. You probably will make a puddle. Nigga, yeah, I doubt you get a drizzle out of him. It's just now everyone's expecting you just to knock him out and do it within 5 rounds and keep the shit moving. But yeah, like it's the type of fight.
That's what he's supposed to be doing with these now. It's like right now he's becoming the male Clarissa Shields.
Mm-hmm.
But without all the like outside the ring controversy to keep his name buzzing.
Yeah, so
and when I say that, he's just making he's just going rounds with damn European no-name niggas no one heard of, and you're going rounds with these dudes.
And God forbid
you dominate, the fact you going rounds.
Yeah, and that's some have a tweet saying, he kind of got that generic personality, but he said everybody's making up rumors about and then he comes out with this bullshit ass fight. Like, there wasn't rumors,
Yeah, I mean, all I know is that God forbid if Karen ever gets knocked out or whatever, then Boots is gonna get some more criticism. Like for his sake, he better hope that Karen really does pan out at 147, so no one says any shit.
He win a title at 147, niggas gonna be like, oh, okay, like, yeah, I remember that guy Boots, was giving him good fights and like,
yeah. But like I said, though, I mean, we'll see what Eddie will do to kind of get this card going in Philly, and like, because this is one of those cards that Eddie probably would need some help on his undercard. Let's see if he'll actually get it right this time, like really get it right.
Dude, the fucking co-main gotta be Casamayor Corrales level, bro. Like, come on, like nothing can salvage this. Like, nah, like I'm sick of this shit. Like motherfuckers, like they try to make everything a pay-per-view. Like you got these damn shitty, worthless ass fights that go nowhere. Niggas is turning in damn shitty performances because they getting paid over too much.
Yeah.
This ain't the boxing I grew up on.
They got no ass bitches trying to do promos about their jeans, but you got a pancake butt.
Damn.
Oh man, but yeah, I mean, like I said, though, like now, if Eddie gets at least 2 decent fights on this card, like because I know Philly's definitely gonna let him have it. If they're not, then like okay, this is good. But yeah, he better lean more into his American roster and figure out who and try and make some fights though for so people can kind of take some heat off this Boots fight. But yeah. It's disappointing, like because it's like I know, hey, I promised you, Ortiz, but like that remains to be seen if that's gonna happen in 2026, like he says it's gonna happen. So yeah, no, we shall see. Is there anything else that we need to bring up before, or do we get up out of here? Anyone have anything they want to bring up?
Nah, I can't. No, just niggas just keep tuning in. We're gonna keep going live and doing big shit.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, and Wednesday, we gotta bring back our Who Washed Who. Do that, and of course, the Shuttleworth training videos are always, they're always in abundance because Shuttleworth, got him some females in the stable now, so look out for those. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, guys. Hey man, I definitely got to mention the eye candy, bro. Like me, I'm one track minded.
Word. Nah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, Yeah, that's about it. It's good little show. Like, you know, we did the best we could do with what we got.
Yeah. Oh, one minor thing too. The Japanese, the things that happen in Japan right now with the brain bleeds and stuff like that. Because I mean, two
Oh
Japanese,
yeah.
yeah, because that shit was serious. Like it's rare that you see two Japanese fighters on the same card die of hematomas, subdural
Look,
hematomas.
even my mom hit me up about that shit. She was like, "Yo, what's going on in that sport over there? That niggas just dying back to back."
And I think most people like because Japan in the last decade or so has gone, is getting spotlighted because, every single time we say unknown Asian, they come out of fucking Japan most of the time. Like, someone that upsets the apple carts or whatever. Because the big thing about Japan is fighting spirit. Like that's what they like. These they have to show fighting spirit. This like if you watch Japanese wrestling. Like you see, compared to American wrestling.
But
these niggas look
something's
lab made. They look
but I
like
don't know
if
if
they
it's
don't leave the ring, walking and other niggas crippled on the floor, they didn't win. That's how
I don't know
they
if it's
move.
cut, but I don't know if it's because the weight cuts or what. But two fighters dying on a one card is kind of crazy. I
It's
don't
a
know.
train. I know what it. I know what it is. It's a training. It's a training. They go through way more rigorous training. I feel like.
And
Them
also,
niggas be out
too,
there dying trying to
and,
fight.
and also too, the refs too, because like let's put it this way, like one of the fight of the years, Taraji versus Akui this year was violent, was incredibly violent, and the referee, like it literally took one of them, like damn near getting ready to like pass out in the ring for the referee to stop it, and then eventually he had to be taken out on a stretcher, and then we had Brian Norman with Sasaki, like he beat on Sasaki for 5 rounds. And then brutally knocks him out.
And the Sucky forgot everything for like 45 days or 3 months or some shit.
Yeah,
He forgot everything out of his memory. But
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's could be the training, could be maybe they're weight bullying and the weight cut isn't. I don't know what
Could it be the gloves?
Could be the glove. I don't know, but it's something in Japan lately where they gotta take better precautions and safety because you're gonna have one of the biggest fights in boxing with Nakatomi Inoue. You don't want. I don't want to even think about. You don't want nothing bad to happen there. So I'm just saying, you know what I mean.
Yeah, they're supposed to use 8-ounce gloves. Like, I mean, it's like if it's under, if it's 147 under, it's supposed to be like 8-ounce gloves, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I don't think it's supposed to be anything less because anything less than that is pretty much you're giving them brain damage like every fucking fight. I don't think 6 ounces are used anymore in boxing, and God help them if they're used anywhere legally, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just because funny things too, because even then, like Japan never used to have a history of these guys dying in the ring like that. But in the last couple of years, like it's not even just today too, because I remember I woke up to watch fucking Tapala. I remember Monster Tapalas because I remember that shit was early in the morning. That was after Christmas. And I remember I woke up and I turned on my ESPN Plus, and then the fight before that was 2 Japanese cats, and they were beating the living shit out of each other to the point. And I remember the ending of the fight was one of them went down, and he was on stanky legs, like he looked like he was ready to he looked like he was literally going to die. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, like I really watched this hard shit in the morning, like this shit. It's like I hope that dude is okay, and then dude ended up dying like 5 days later. And it's just like, yeah, the Japanese boxing culture is very different. Like if you're out there, if you're not showing no fighting spirit, you probably just get booed. But yeah, there's just too many of these hard fights that you see in these guys go through, where like the referee is just pretty much lunching. Like he's looking at the crowd. As long as they're not clinching, he's like, okay, do what you got to do. That type of shit.
Yeah, because it's like defense ain't like focused on over there like that.
No,
Not to
it's
say like these guys got bad defense because some of them do, some of them don't, but it ain't the first priority over there for damn sure.
Yeah, like when you see Monster and you see his pretty much flawless defense against Steve Fulton, that's not the norm. Like that's like more of a deviation. And that's just boxing. That's just Monster pretty much showing that he is actually a master boxer. And he can box with the best of them and then brutally knock you out. But even then, now you've seen it in Monster's couple of fights. Like Monster is getting a little bit more reckless again. You see him; he's walking into these shots and shit like that. you're kind of seeing that. So it's just wild that, but like Pilot said, like you don't want like him or Nakatani, they're supposed to fight and they're bashing each other, and then one of them is collapsing in the ring afterwards because he took too much punishment, and the referee was just like, well, they're showing fighting spirit, I'm gonna let it do that, you know.
So the emergency JBC meeting is definitely needed.
Yeah, I think so. For another thing that they do is like they can have like 4 fights though, but they're thrown into 10 rounders like early, and that's the thing. Like they're thrown into 10 rounds like in hard fights, like in the fights where it's supposed to kind of take it easy. Like they're having absolute wars within their 10 fights over there, and that's another thing that they're doing. So I know they're saying that they're planning. I think if they're fighting for one of those Japanese local belts, they might cut it down to they might you have to work up to a number of fights before you even fight for a belt. It's going to be only 10 rounds, not 12, shit like that. And I'm not even sure what the rehydration clause is like over there, but if they are draining, they need to change that too, because
it could be that's a good point, Pat. It could be like a cumulative, like these motherfuckers. We talk about Mexican, Mexican style. Nah, it's Japanese style now because these motherfuckers are all action and they're taking hits to the head.
Like even when we mentioned before, like when we say like the top ranked Japanese cards have been like, if you catch even highlights of them, they're all fucking wars. Like they're wars left and right. Like they're beating the shit out of each other. Like literally early in the morning while you drink your morning coffee, like they're beating the living shit out of each other, And now, but then like they're getting to the point where now they're dying left and right. There's like 6-7 fights where there's been ring fatalities or they're in comas. Like something that has to change too, and that's why that Rome's mom would actually read some shit like that. That's how it's a little bit of a problem. You know what I mean? But hopefully Japan gets it together though, because like I said, because like those Japanese cats though, like Japan still treats boxing the way it should be. They treat it with respect. They treat it like everyone there. It's like there's no bullshit in there. Like I like the presentation. It's all great though, but like it's not good when you're having fighters that barely have 10 fights and they're dying because they're fighting long ass fights with wars and they're taking all shots to the head because defense is not really a thing that is not drilled enough over there. You know what I mean? And you have refs that that will that unless they're actually on the canvas, they're not doing a goddamn thing in the ring. So
you're just making sure there's not a clinch.
Yeah, exactly. Truthfully, if Japanese boxing actually had a stronger American platform, it would probably be a real fan favorite, to be honest. Even with the lighter weights and all.
Yeah.
Because
they need the Japanese pro box. Like a American version of pro box for Japanese niggas or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I said, them motherfuckers be scrapping like nobody's business. But hopefully they get that shit straightened out though, and try to make sure like if they're draining, like make them drink water or some shit like that. Like goddamn, seriously. But well, we'll be back on Wednesday. Who watched who and everything like that. So hopefully more cards kind of pop out of nowhere. Hopefully PBC kind of gets some cards on the calendar.
And save boxing again.
What's that?
And save boxing again.
Well, they need to save themselves first. Like they need to they're radio silent, which is weird, and they're showing up on turkey cards now. So like BBC needs to get that shit straightened out. Get some cards in for September, October, November, like a whole layout. They don't do them rollouts anymore. I don't know why they don't do that. Like, before they used to have rollouts for at least 2-3 months in advance, like these fights.
Rest in peace, Showtime triple headers. Those held me down for a long time. Unfortunate, but things move on, I guess.
Yeah. They need to get back to the rollouts at least. So it's like, oh, okay, they got a rollout. Okay, yeah. Because now it's just like, now it's just rumors. Yeah, Keith Thurman is not fighting.
They treating the shit like the music business. They trying to surprise. Oh, next week, guess who we got fighting? Type shit.
Yeah,
facts.
They be doing with no
They be
track.
random shit.
They're
They
trying
put
to
out
they're trying to get shock views because they know the long rollout ain't as lucrative as they used to be. Like
Yeah, because I'm thinking,
you build it up for 6 months, niggas. Everybody be waiting on the fight, but now
Yeah.
it's just like you tune. Who they got this week? Oh, okay, all right.
yeah, because I'm thinking to myself, should Keith Thurman have been fighting this summer already? Like, like he should have been in the ring with somebody, you know, because you know this nigga, if you don't put him in the ring with anybody, he injures himself, and then you know that's it for the year, you know. So yeah, you know, it's just like they got people say got to roll something out soon, you know what I'm saying? Because Matchroom, as much as I like Matchroom boxing, their rollout for the next 3 months is not it at all, like not at all, like geez. Like it's borderline unacceptable. But yeah, no, we'll be back Wednesday, and good show to get to get our bars off or whatever. So for myself, Pat Scorpio, New England representative, for LB Sheriff, the God, the GOAT artist, for King B Bodega B, for Conscious Plan, for Rome Top 5. This has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. And I think I need to listen to that damn MC Hammer diss over Jay-Z, because that's been in my mind since Lukey said that shit. So I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck would he want to diss Jay for whatever reason? But yeah, until next time, peace.